Okay, so now for the churros, you're gonna coat them in cinnamon sugar while they're still like warm after you fry them. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna wanna take a flat rimmed bowl with a lot of surface area so it's nice to like mix them up. You're gonna take your white sugar, you're gonna take half a cup. You're gonna take half a cup of sugar. If you run out, you can just make more. This is honestly so simple. It doesn't have to be exact. You don't want the chunks in there, so if you get chunks in your sugar, try to break it up as much as possible. And just crush them. Okay. And you're gonna want to take 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon and just mix it together. Like I said, if you end up needing more, just make some more. It takes what, like 5 seconds? Okay. So, the other thing you're gonna want to do is take a pan like this, and you're gonna want to take your oil. And a candy thermometer, and you're going to want your oil to be 375 degrees. So to use a candy thermometer, you don't want it to touch the bottom of the pan because that'll be warmer than the actual oil, which is what we're frying with. We reuse our frying oil, so it's always good to like strain it when you're putting it from the jar into the pot, and then from the pot back into the jar. And if you end up needing more oil, just add some. Really doesn't matter what kind you use. I will be using more, because that was really not enough at all. Okay, so I'm just taking some basic vegetable oil. How deep should it be? Okay. Make sure the tip of your candy thermometer is in. Start by putting it at a lower heat, and you can increase the heat when you're ready. Okay. So, you're also going to want to get a rack for cooling them. So I'm just going to take one of these, or the baking sheets I was using earlier. I'm going to take all the churros off using a spatula. I'm going to put one of these drying racks in it so any excess oil will be able to seep through. So right now I'm just going to take them off. I'm actually going to put them on top of this rack for now, because just easier. The longer you leave them in the freezer, the easier they will be to get off, like without residue. Like I only left mine in for half an hour because I want to get this done. So some of mine aren't really firm yet, like they're still kind of doughy, which is totally fine. It's just a little bit harder to work with. Okay, so I will also be using one of these things to flip mine. If you don't have one, just use like a fork or something. It's a little bit harder to take it out, but it works, you know? Doesn't really matter as long as it works, right? So when you're frying your churros, it's gonna take about like 1 to 2 minutes on each side, and you want them to be golden brown. You can like change how, if you want them to be crispier, cook them for longer. Pretty simple.
Hey.
I'll sweep after.
Yeah. We'll load this up, right?
Yep. Well, a lot of those need to be hand washed, and Hunter left.
Oh, a lot of them need to be loaded. This one needs to be loaded better. Needs to be run.
I don't know. I don't know what to put where. Those are just the stuff that Hunter said he was gonna wash when he came back, so I left it. While I'm waiting, these other ones off. It just takes a second. Not a hard process. It's just not a process I want to be doing while I'm dealing with hot oil. That one came out nice. Yeah, I would definitely say leave them in the freezer for as long as you can, because they're so much easier to deal with the harder they are. Some of mine are actually starting to melt again, so I'm gonna pop them back in the freezer while I'm waiting for the oil to heat up.